Is your cup overflowing? The Cancer full moon, 13th of January 2025. Allow me to pull on the astrological threads and maybe weave some of them together for the Cancer full moon on January the 13th, 2025 at 10:26 p.m. Universal Time. I'm Sonia from Celestia Astrology, and if you enjoy this episode or find it helpful in any way, please remember to like, subscribe, comment. It's all really appreciated for a small channel. Really makes a difference. The first full moon of 2025 graces us in the nurturing and deeply sensitive, emotional waters of Cancer, offering themes of abundance, security, and heartfelt reflection. As the moon reaches her peak in her domicile or home sign, this lunation invites us to consider any overflowing cups in our own lives, whether emotional, material, or spiritual, and ask, how can we share this abundance with others? Cancer, feminine, cardinal, water. As a cardinal, feminine or yin water sign, Cancer flows with emotional leadership and intuitive insight. Ruled by the moon, who ebbs and flows through her monthly cycle, this sign is deeply connected to the cycles of life, emotional memory, and the wisdom of the past. At this full moon, the lunar influence is amplified as the moon finds strength and dignity in her home sign at a time when her light is at its brightest. The energy is nurturing yet bold, protective yet fearless, a reflection of the themes brought by the conjunction with fixed star Pollux. Full moon cycles. This full moon in Cancer is a time of culmination, bringing to light the intentions planted 6 months ago during the new moon in Cancer on July the 5th, 24 at 14 degrees. You can check back for my writing on the astrology of the new moon in Cancer, Are You Mid-Journey? Through its cycle, it has invited us to nurture our foundations and face vulnerability challenges with courage and grace. It is also the culmination of a shorter cycle, which began just 2 weeks ago with the Capricorn new moon laying the groundwork on 30th of December 2024. What plans did you revise and shift then that you may see with more clarity now? The moon family. This full moon in Cancer is part of a greater lunar family, a longer sequence of interconnected lunations that weave a narrative over 28 months. This is outlined by Dietrich Pessin in Lunar Shadows 3. The story began with the new moon on July the 17th, 2023, and that was at 24 degrees of Cancer, planting the seeds of intention. The first quarter moon on April the 15th, 2024, at 26 degrees of Cancer, marked a period of active growth, challenge, maybe a turning point. This full moon in January 25 brings insights and revelations for the unfolding story and a culmination, while the last quarter moon will come on October the 13th, 2025 at 20 degrees of Cancer, and that will signify resolution, reflection and release. The moon family is most felt by those with planets or angles in the cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Libra and Capricorn, or the water triplicity between 19 to 27 degrees. You may choose to consciously work with any of these cycles and choose the length that suits how long it will take to grow your plans. For example, for a quick, short-term goal, the monthly cycle is perfect. But for longer-term plans, look for a moon family that connects with the relevant planet in your chart for optimum results. An astrologer or astro coach can support you with this. Aspects of the Cancer full moon. The Cancer full moon is influenced by its co-presence with retrograde Mars, both in the moon's nurturing domicile. This alignment creates a potent emotional landscape where themes of protection, inner strength, and revisiting unresolved emotional conflicts are brought to light. The moon and Mars in Cancer work together to amplify emotional intensity, emphasizing the need to confront and process what lies beneath the surface. Key aspects. Moon is co-present with retrograde Mars in Cancer. Retrograde Mars in Cancer intensifies the emotional charge of this full moon and is almost conjunct within 4 degrees. Mars retrograde asks us to revisit how we handle anger, frustration, and emotional defense mechanisms. Its placement in Cancer, where Mars is considered in its full, means it needs to recover from a place of challenge in order to rise back up again. This may soften its typical aggressiveness, but can add a simmering undercurrent of unexpressed tension, more passive-aggressive than outright action. The moon's nurturing influence offers the potential for emotional breakthroughs if we are willing to confront what we are being shown, issues we may have been avoiding. The co-presence suggests a focus on emotional courage, boundary setting, and reassessing how we assert ourselves in close relationships. Sun conjunct fixed star Peacock, Capricorn 23 and 24 degrees. The full moon alignment is to have the Sun opposite the moon, offering full illumination of the moon, and at the same time illuminating the tension between Cancer's emotional nurturance and Capricorn's pragmatic drive. The Sun in Capricorn, co-present with Mercury, and conjunct the fixed star Peacock, brings themes of ambition, brilliance, and emotional intensity. This is a call to balance heartfelt needs with external responsibilities, and a reminder to be fabulous and show yourself at your best. The star is the alpha star of Pavo, the Peacock constellation. It is associated with the feathers. When it meets the Sun, it works through the heart, is emotional, stimulating passion and intensity. It is driven to achieve, just like the Capricornian mountain goat. Moon sextile Uranus in Taurus. The sextile to Uranus at 23 degrees of Taurus introduces a refreshing, albeit unpredictable, dynamic to the emotionally charged lunation. Uranus brings sudden insights, disruptions, or opportunities for emotional liberation. This aspect can offer innovative ways to address long-standing issues, making it an excellent time for creative problem-solving or embracing change. Look out for opportunities from unexpected developments, which may bring fresh perspectives and innovation. Wide square to Chiron in Aries. Although not exact, the moon is separating from a square to Chiron in Aries at 19 degrees, showing that there is potential for old emotional wounds to have resurfaced, and now the consequences are asking for healing, resolution, or action. This tension may have highlighted areas where we feel inadequate or vulnerable, bringing an opportunity to address emotional wounds. The moon gently encourages healing through vulnerability, even as resistance surfaces. The connection with retrograde Mars suggests a chance to revisit and heal these wounds through reflection and self-compassion. Whole sign trine to Saturn, Neptune, the North Node, and Venus in Pisces. The moon forms harmonious whole sign trines to Saturn, Neptune, and Venus, as well as the North Node, with a sextile to the South Node. These trines provide grounding and support amidst an emotional intensity, helping us find practical solutions, Saturn, imaginative inspiration, Neptune, and a deeper understanding of our values, Venus. The nodal trine encourages us to align with our karmic path, releasing outdated patterns and embracing emotional authenticity. It is the first lunation to connect with the newly ingressed nodes in Pisces and Virgo, so it feels good that this first contact is of a helpful and benefic nature. Fixed star Pollux. The full moon is conjunct the fixed star Pollux, associated with bravery, resilience, and thriving in the face of adversity. Known as the born fighter, Pollux is caught in the eternal struggle with his twin, Castor. Pollux adds courage, conflict resolution, and bravery to the lunation. It imbues the moon's nurturing energy with a fearless edge, a warrior-like spirit, urging us to confront conflict head-on and challenge it into productive outcomes. Pollux's influence can help us achieve success, even in challenging circumstances, and may also guide us towards the potential for spiritual growth through struggle. A closer look at the moon and retrograde Mars in Cancer. The close co-presence of the Cancer moon with retrograde Mars brings the focus to this time of the Mars retrograde, bringing to your attention emotional energy that requires intentional handling. The moon often acts as a timer for us on Earth and for astrologers, bringing these longer transits into sharp focus and events to a peak. While the moon nourishes and nurtures, Mars agitates, creating a push and pull dynamic between the need for comfort and the call to act or protect. Mars retrograde in Cancer can form a subtle, more vulnerable influence as it reviews past conflicts and can help us learn to direct energy towards resolution rather than perpetuating strife. You may find these themes coming up for you. Patterns of emotional reactivity. Are you holding on to old stories of anger or resentment that could be addressed and released? The role of protection. Are your boundaries too rigid, or are you avoiding necessary confrontation? What do you protect? How? And why? Reassessing action. With Mars retrograde, we are asked to reflect and review our actions, to be thoughtful rather than impulsive, ensuring any actions we do take align with emotional truth rather than reactive fear. By embracing the full moon, we can find ways to balance emotional vulnerability with courageous self-assertion. The decan of Cancer 3, the overflowing cup. The third decan of Cancer, 20 to 30 degrees, is an evocative space where the nurturing energy of Cancer is paired with themes of fullness, abundance, and generosity. Ruled by the moon in the Chaldean order and Jupiter in the triplicity method, who are also the domicile and exaltation rulers of Cancer, this decan invites us to embrace the riches of life, whether emotional, material, or spiritual. We are asked to reflect on the blessings we have received and challenged to share our overflowing cups with those who may have less. Austin Coppock describes Cancer 3 as the overflowing cup in 36 Faces. He writes, "In a world of limited material resources, the attainment of luxury for one entails deprivation for others. For those who walk this face and seek its fruits, there is a karmic dilemma involved. It is therefore of vital importance in this decan to share, to invest the excess that one acquires in good works, to be a conduit for luxury, not its end point." Coppock also notes that with this abundance comes the risk of emotional overwhelm, where the waves of feeling may threaten to drown us if we don't practice discernment. Kira Ryberg, in her guidebook to the 36 decans, emphasizes that Cancer 3 holds a tension between comfort and stagnation. While it encourages us to bask in security, it also asks whether we are truly aligned with our soul's purpose or simply clinging to what feels safe. Quote, "There is an ability to experience some of life's grandest luxuries, but there is also the potential to tangle with the underworld and all that exists in the realm of night. Power, greed, and privilege are often exposed here, and as a result, one must choose whether they shall join these forces or fight against them." From the Wild Way Oracle deck, the card for Cancer 3 is aptly titled Abundance. The imagery is rich. A beaver diligently building its home, surrounded by lush waters, under the light of the full moon with plentiful resources. The keywords for this decan are desire for luxury, more than enough, and generosity. The card's message is clear. When Cancer 3 Beaver shuffles in, we enjoy comfort, security, and abundance. We can luxuriate in the knowledge that we have more than enough to nurture ourselves and provide for those we care about. The beaver story reminds us of the beauty and responsibility of abundance. Beavers are meticulous builders, creating homes that offer safety, not only to themselves but to the ecosystem around them. Similarly, this decan encourages us to share our resources and comforts with others. As the Oracle card suggests, if you provide the opportunity for others to enjoy the same comforts that you benefit from, it can be just as satisfying as basking in them yourself. This idea aligns with Jupiter's rulership over the decan, emphasizing generosity, growth, and interconnectedness. The Tarot connection, Four of Cups. The Four of Cups corresponds to the Cancer 3 decan, evoking themes of abundance, introspection, and the challenge of gratitude. This card depicts a figure seated under a tree, contemplatively gazing at the 3 cups before them, while a fourth is offered by an unseen hand. At its best, this card invites us to reflect on the blessings already present in our lives, while remaining open to new opportunities. However, it also cautions against falling into emotional stagnation or taking abundance for granted. This full moon asks, Where in your life are you overlooking the gifts already at your disposal? He's Susan Chang on Cancer 3, the jewel in the deep blue sea. Meaning reeled in from ennui. Lunar shadow, liquid mind. What you most need you shall find. In a journey, take the ride. Priceless pearls found deep inside. It does not do to dwell on wishes. Contentment makes all fates delicious. This is an excerpt from T. Susan Chang, Dreaming the Decans. The poetic verse from Dreaming the Decans captures the essence of Cancer 3, a decan of depth, discovery, and emotional alchemy. This full moon offers the opportunity to dive into the depths of your inner world, seeking wisdom, meaning, and the priceless pearls in the treasures hidden within. Astro Coaching Insights. This lunation calls for both introspection and action. With Mars retrograde in Cancer, decisions and actions should be measured and thoughtful. Consider these practical steps. Review and reflect. Take time to assess emotional and material security. Are you nurturing the areas of your life that truly matter? Heal wounds. With Chiron in the mix, now is a powerful time to address old hurts, especially those tied to family or foundational relationships. Embrace abundance. Be generous with your time, energy, and resources. Sharing your abundance enriches both the giver and receiver. Balance emotion with logic. With the Sun in Capricorn, pair your intuitive insights with practical planning. Let it come from the heart, and don't be scared to add the vibrant flair as a peacock. Be bold. The influence of Pollock reminds us to face challenges head-on. Stand up for what you care about, but choose your battles wisely. Final reflections. As the first full moon of the year, this Cancer lunation sets the tone for 2025. It reminds us to root ourselves in emotional truth while striving towards practical goals. It's a call to nurture what sustains us, to share our abundance and trust in the cycles of growth and renewal. What seeds that you planted in July 2023 or 2024 are coming to fruition now? What treasures lie hidden in the depths, waiting to be unearthed? This is your time to find them now. Travel well, friends. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Just a reminder that my books are open if you're interested in going further into your natal chart and having a reading. And also, if you enjoyed this, please do remember to like, subscribe, or comment. It all really helps a growing channel. Thank you so much.